Joe Biden and his minions want to seize and weaponize artificial intelligence, not just to censor speech that is so 2023, but to seize control of trillions of investment dollars and steer them towards whatever crony revolution he's vote buying this week. A few days ago, Treasury Secretary Yellen gave a speech announcing she would be making control of AI a top priority for 2024, using so-called financial system vulnerabilities as the excuse, namely alleged racial bias in lending and so-called model risk, where investors all pile into the same asset like lemmings. This comes on the heels of Joe Biden's executive order, which mandated a whole-of-government seizure of AI, again allegedly for security, privacy, and diversity, but in reality to turn AI into a tool for government control and propaganda while selling any commercialization to the highest bidder. I did a recent video when SEC head Gensler read off the same script, how it is scapegoating their own foul-ups, but more important, it's their excuse to take over AI. Because they know they cannot survive in free speech and because tens of trillions of investment capital are at stake if government can control allocation of financial capital. The idea, their excuse, is that AI is a black box, nobody knows how it figures things out, so we need political commissars to watch it at all times, make sure it doesn't think anything racist, or say, recommend you buy WeWork stock at $400. Of course, one might ask why a political commissar would know how to invest, given the guys who build financial AIs actually have an incentive to be right. So at best, having that commissar on your AI team would smother any benefits. The models would be politically correct, but factually wrong. That means foreigners would still be free to use their own AI to actually make the money we left on the table. Granted, we would keep the diversity and climate biases directing our retirement savings into vote-buying black holes. Note, this all goes to Yellen's model risk. It is hard to imagine a larger model risk than government mandating how you invest, according to whatever Joe Biden needs funded this week. We'd be tripping over the windmills while mom-and-pop machine tools shops would go begging for loans. In fact, we know this because it happened before. Leading into 2008, financial regulators demanded that banks lend to underprivileged or redlined areas. Banks obeyed because you do what your regulator says, just like in China. So banks made loans based not on prospects for repayment, but on demographics. What could go wrong? Well, fast forward a few years and we had a historic avalanche of bad mortgages. At one point, nearly $1 trillion worth of mortgages were either delinquent or in active foreclosure. Now take all that, multiply by the trillions in all the black rocks that will be taking orders from their in-house commissars to decide how much goes into diversity, climate, and cricket farms. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained. Governments all around the world are trying as hard as they can to control AI because of censorship, but now to direct, ideally, all the financial capital in the world. If they succeed, your retirement savings will be squandered on a series of 2008 crises, while our economy turns into a Soviet landscape of government-approved white elephants looming over the people scrambling in the shadows with what's left. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.